Hi guys, Jean here, back with another unboxing video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Ulanzi Mini LED Video Light. Now this is actually filmed after I did it, just because I'm actually using the light right now, and you'll be able to tell based off of these two little squares that you'll see floating around in my lens. So I guess the other times that I plan on using this light, I'd probably have to use contacts or just put a filter on it somewhere or angle it in a certain way where it wouldn't really show up on my lenses. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the Ulanzi Mini LED Video Light first, just because this is what the other package really needs. And first when you open up the box, it's just gonna be a thank you for purchasing this light, as well as how to use it. But I've watched a couple of other videos of lights similar to this to know how it works, so we're just go ahead and toss that aside. But this thing does come with a nice pouch where you can bring it with you if you're traveling or anything like that, so to prevent any of the scratches that would go along with traveling. So first up is just the light. That's all it comes with. I think it actually did come with a micro USB charger, but I already have so many of those, I was just like, eh. But the first part is this magnet removable cold light. So this is just the cold lens, and then all of these are just, you know, little LEDs. But they are magnetized, so you don't really have to worry about it. You can just snap it on and snap it off. Oh, not like that. Snap it on, snap it off. Like that. And then if you wanted to switch to a water light, the back panel that holds the battery is actually the warmer light filter. So if you wanted to add that, you can go ahead and do the warmer light filter and then just snap this onto the back so you don't lose the other one, which I thought was actually pretty clever. But we're going to go ahead and be testing out both of those later on. So now we're going to go ahead and open up the second package, because that's actually the battery. So I do also have the other 4 batteries that will go in as a test. Alright, so you can see in this package it says a plug BP4L. I don't even really know what that means. We're just going to go ahead and just open up this package. And all it is just, oh, it's probably just because it's the actual name of the battery. So in it is the battery, and that's it. So we're going to go ahead and test it out with the batteries first, and then this later, because for this, it'll be serving for the micro USB, where is it? Right here, so you can charge your light up, since you probably already have a micro USB cable laying around. So brief specs on this Ulanzi light is that it has an on-off switch on the top, then a dial on the right-hand side to dim or brighten up your light exposure, as well as a micro USB charger there if you want to use the cell phone battery instead of having those 4 AA batteries that go inside. And you can see that there are 2 notches right there where you would align the 2 pins from the battery, but also it has a 3/4 inch dial here, I don't really know what it's called, that would go on top of your camera. So you would just mount it on top of your hot shoe mount and slide it in. Oh, I didn't undo it. So you just undo it and tighten it up to make sure that it is in tight, and you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and test that out. The slightly difficult thing about this one is that there's specific notches inside for each of the 4 individual batteries. So you have to make sure that you press down on the spring and have it inside of the batteries, because the first battery I did have some problems getting it in just because I didn't see those lines before. So now that they're in, we're going to go ahead and snap on the backlight and then turn it on. So you can see that it is actually pretty, this is the warm light, so it is pretty bright. And then there is a little dial on the right hand side where you can adjust the brightness. And we're going to go ahead and switch that off and use the cold light now. So there you go. You can see it's pretty bright, and then we're going to go ahead and test it in a video. We're going to go ahead and pop out all of the batteries to try it with the reusable battery. First, we're going to have to switch that off, and I'm going to just pause it here so you don't have to watch me take out the batteries. Right, so I've gotten all of the batteries out, still with the cold filter in on the top, and right now I'm gonna put in this little phone battery from Nokia, because this was the recommended size that would go inside of this, and I personally preferred it because I don't really use those not old, but those AA batteries anymore. So I figured it'd be easier to just use this and recharge this while it's on me rather than having to go out and buy new batteries. So with it on, or with it in, we're gonna go ahead and turn that on. So did you see that little flash? That's just to let you know that it is working. So it just means that your dial is down all the way, so you don't really have anything to really light up, if that makes sense. So we're going to turn that on. You saw the flash, and now we're going to go ahead and up the brightness. And it doesn't really do it justice on this actual camera, but it is much, much more bright in actual intense. Like, I would definitely not just stare at this light just because it's so bright, but this is in comparison. So now we're going to go ahead and test this on an actual camera. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and kick off right into it. Now this is what the scene would look like without the Ulanzi light. So this is all just natural lighting, the lighting in the back. I don't have a lot of natural light flowing into the room that I'm currently in, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it on and you guys can see what it looks like with the Ulanzi light. So this is with the Ulanzi light on. You guys probably have seen it. You guys can see the little LED in my glasses, so I guess if I lean my face a certain way. But I'm going to go ahead and adjust the dimness so you guys can see. So this is with it off, and then I'm going to go ahead and gradually up the brightness until I probably can't stand it anymore. So this is at full brightness, and it is actually pretty bright. It's like really blinding, but I'm going to go ahead and probably use it at half just because you guys can have a better lighting, and I actually don't really like how they're always those two little things in my glasses. Now this light is in comparison with the Apurture Light. Now that's more so their first generation one, because I know that they came out with a second generation Apurture Light which has way more functionalities, but this Ulanzi light basically has the same things that the first generation was able to do. So it's kind of, you weigh your value on the two, because the Ulanzi was fairly cheap because I got it off of AliExpress. I also got the battery pack off of AliExpress, and I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. It's more so if you're willing to not pay that high price as well as the weight. Due to the fact that AliExpress products are coming from China or somewhere else other than the United States in comparison to Amazon where Apurture ships their products, it will take about a month for it to reach to you. I don't really know how long it took me, but I'll go ahead and double check on the dates. I'll go ahead and switch out this cold filter and replace it with the warmer light now. So this is it without the light on, and here is the cold filter. You could probably use it without it because it doesn't really do anything, but it's a good thing to have just in case, just so things don't block it, I guess. And then this is it with the warm filter on. So you saw how easy it was. I just snapped it on without too much work. So this is it again with nothing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and gradually brighten up the brightness. Now with the warmer light, this is it at full capacity, and it actually isn't too bad just because it has a warmer tinge to it, so it's not really that bright and it doesn't hurt the eyes as much. But I do actually kind of like this warm light. I was like, what am I going to use a warm light for? I don't want things to show up as yellowish, but you can't really tell. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out the filter once more, popping off the warm and replacing it with the cold. And I can't really tell if there is a big difference because I did have it at full brightness, so it kind of hurt my eyes, but that's it at half, and we're gonna go ahead and switch it again. Probably not that big of a difference, but yeah. Overall, my opinion of this Ulanzi light is that I actually really like it, other than the fact that it has those two little dots floating around in my lenses, so I just have to figure out another way to angle it or just wear contacts the next time I decide to film. But I think it does its purpose. I don't really get a lot of natural light where I am, so this extra lighting does cause a nice, I guess, scene. Thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing review on the Ulanzi light as well as the Nokia battery that goes with it. If you guys found it useful, feel free to smash a thumbs up, and if you like content similar to this, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also do Yelp reviews, which is where I'll go out to other restaurants and give a Yelp review on them, but then this way you guys can also see what the experience is like going in rather than having to flip through a whole bunch of images and read, because I know a lot of people don't really read these days, but feel free to check those out. I'll also link my latest Yelp review down below, and see you then.